Hello, hello, welcome. So today I'm going to be doing some Spirit Cat card readings with my deck, the Spirit Cat Oracle that I painted and wrote. So I'm going to do a reading, a 3-card reading for everyone who either is here live or also for anyone who listens to the replay. So there's going to be a 3-card reading for you, and then after that I'm going to do individual 1-card readings for people who come on live. So we'll do those as well. And as you can see, I'm dressed up like a spirit cat myself today. Happy one-day Halloween Eve. So I kind of dressed up like my Magic Maker card. So that I like to embody my spirit cat around Halloween. Hello, Katie. Yes, welcome. So yeah, we're going to do some Spirit Cat card readings today. And I'm going to start out with a 3-card reading that will be for everyone here and also for people in the replay. And then I'll do individual readings for people. Okay, so I actually, just to open the space, we'll just take a moment to kind of get into our bodies and connect and take a deep breath. And just calling in our guides and teachers, calling in our most magical self, and just opening up sacred space. So I like to ring a little bell to open up the sacred space. These are ritual bells that my friend Blooming Bliss Art made, and actually have them in my shop, and she infuses them with a special little spell. So I love to open and close rituals with them. Welcome everyone, nice to see you here. So we're doing Spirit Cat readings today, and I'm going to do a 3-card reading for everyone first, and then we're going to get into personalized, individualized 1-card readings for people. As you can see, I'm dressed up like my spirit cat, Magic Maker. Alright, so just starting the 3-card reading. I actually drew 3 cards for us right before I started. The first card is the invitation for us right now, and this is Threshold. Meet Sage. She's the queen of the threshold, in or out or in. She lingers at the borderland between worlds. Glancing back, she takes stock of everything she's cherished, everything that has challenged and interested her, and everything that has weighed her down and limited her. She peeks her nose to the door, smells the fresh air of possibility with a whirl of exhilaration and a hint of fear. Perhaps she even tiptoes through a few times, only to return to her own world for a while. Find peace at the threshold, but don't surrender to the turn back now gargoyles that guard the gateway. You are ready. You will stride boldly into your new world. So this is the invitation in the moment, and I think it's such a beautiful card actually to pick, especially for this time of year where we're right before Halloween and All Hallows Eve, when the veil is a bit thinner. So it's actually that borderland between worlds is a bit thinner, and we're taking that moment to stand on that threshold. And I feel like it's also happening in a lot of our lives. Like there's new ways of being that we're experimenting with, that we're starting to stretch open to, but they're not comfortable. We haven't fully entered that world yet. And so just being accepting of ourselves, being on that threshold where we are beginning to stretch, beginning to peer into something that is an entirely new way of being. And at the same time, sometimes we're, contracting a little bit, going back to our comfort zones, and just honoring that time. That's the invitation. Enjoy that sort of in between, that liminal space right now at the threshold. And so what energy will support us most with really embodying this invitation of being at the threshold and working with the space and gathering the courage that we need to step over that border? And the card that I picked for that is Soulmates. So this is all about how we're perfect reflections of each other, and we can really be each other's teachers. So I think as a helper card, this literally means that we can help each other. Sometimes it's helpful to see someone who, like, there might be one specific area in your life that you're trying to kind of move into a new way of being with, something that's more expansive, more healed, more free. And it might be challenging for us, but there might be someone in our life where that comes more easily, right? And we can connect to that person and sort of see how they do it and how they embody that new energy. And it can give us a little bit of guidance. And even talking to someone like that, and seeing that, knowing that they're a part of us and we're a part of them, there's the boundary between us is more illusory. It's like we appears in this world to be greater than it really is. So we can really use that connection with other people to help us to evolve and move forward. So the soulmates: talk to a trusted friend, look to others for ways of expanding your way of being, and know that they are you and you are them, and you can help each other. So that's the helper that will help us as we're on the threshold right now between our old world and the new world to come for us. And I picked one last card for all of us. And this is the card this is the energy that we're holding in the center of our being. So it's sort of our center point. It's our point of resource where we are returning to. And I picked wild for that. And I love that idea that it's like our wild essence, this untamed part of ourselves, the part of ourselves that's not confined by convention and sort of the way that mainstream society operates, our conditioning from the way that we grew up, ways of, defense mechanisms that we developed when we were children. All of these things, it's like we're like releasing them, we're shaking them off, and we're letting just our wild, pure, like vibrant life energy come forth. And that's at our core. That's what we're holding in our center. And that's really the energy that will propel us through this threshold and help us leap into this new way of being. And I also think this wildness, the more that we embody this wildness, the more that we return to it and gain strength from it, it's like the source of energy within us. We also inspire others. So the soulmates card comes back again too. So we inspire others to do the same thing and to trust their own wildness as well. So it's this beautiful mirroring that the more that we lean into that place within us, the more that we bring that the opportunity for others to do the same. So it seems like we're collectively right now, we're at this moment of really being able to up level and move into a new way of being, where wildness will be at our core. It will be the guiding light. It will be at the center of our being, and we'll be helped by soulmates, trusted friends, reflections, teachers, seeing ourselves in others. So hopefully that little reading brought some sweetness to you and that the messages landed well. So for those of you who are joining, I'm Nicole PR, and I'm an artist and a writer and an intuitive channel. And I created the Spirits Cats Oracle deck. And so I'm doing card readings today. So I just did a 3-card reading for everyone. And then I'm going to move into doing 1-card readings for people who are here. So the way that it works is you can ask for either a card of the day. You could ask, there was just the new moon on Sunday. So you could also ask for a card of what you're growing as the moon is waxing, as the moon grows, what you're growing right now. You can also ask about a specific area in your life, money or a specific relationship or work or health, just an energy that will help you in that area. And so I don't do future predictions, but I do, I can help. If there is something that you want to manifest, I can help you by seeing what energy will help to bring you there. So that's sort of my way of, I do like a free will version. The spirit cats are all about being wild and free. No cat wants to be like confined. They want to be able to do what they want to do. So feel free if you want. You can ask in the comments for a card of the day or any of those, and I'm happy to do readings for you all. Kitty, yes. card for your art. Yes, I can do that for sure. So if anyone else wants to write in the comments, I can just write down a few. Okay, what area am I growing in right now? Dirty. Where am I growing right now? I love that. That's a really great waxing moon question. I like that. Where am I growing right now? Yeah, so for people, Marala, card for your love life. Yes. Beautiful. Yeah, I'd love to do that for you. So if anyone else wants to write in the comments, I can just write it down and just take a sip of water and see if anyone else comes through before I start doing the readings. It's been like a super busy time for me. I just got my Spirit Cats moon and sun calendar and my Spirit Lings moon and sun calendar out to the printers yesterday. So that's super exciting, and I wrote healing messages for every month along with the pictures. So yeah, it's super exciting. There's still some in my shop as well if you want them. There's 6 Spirit Cats from the Spirit Cat deck, and then there's 6 new Spirit Cats. They keep wanting to come through. The Spirit Cats just keep coming through. Okay, so Robin would like a general card. Yes. All right, can do. Yes, and if anyone else would like a card, would like a reading, just feel free to write it in the comments. But I'm going to start right now with Kate with a card for your art. Drawing a Spirit Cat for you around your art. All right, you got mystery. So I'm getting that this around your art, like this might mean, let me just write down. Brain card of day. Yes, I will get to you. Okay, so for you, Kate, getting mystery in your art, I would lean into and fully embrace that you might not know exactly where things are evolving or where things are going. Like there's this, that can be nerve-wracking a lot of times with our creative work. We will want to know, like, we're working on this specific project, it's going to take us this long. Like, it's like our linear mind wants to kind of create almost like an art to do. Like, this is our style and this is what we do and I need to practice X, Y, and Z. And I think with getting mystery, this is kind of calling you towards the opposite of that. Like really letting go of like your known territory, being very experimental, allowing space for not knowing and inviting that mystery in. Maybe doing some free form art or doing something in a way that you don't normally do to just kind of explore and open up those edges of like moving out of the known territory into the unknown, and finding a place too of being comfortable with not knowing how something is going to turn out, like what the final product is going to be. Like feel the excitement in that. There's sort of the mystery has an element. I mean, we can look at it where it can stress us out and make us feel like not in control. But you can also look at it as exciting. Like there's these magnificent surprises awaiting us, and something greater than us, something more than we can even conceive is wanting to move through us. So let a little bit more of that mystery, let the great unknown sit beside you as you make your art. Find peace with the mystery. So this is Esmeralda, so you can kind of envision her, let her be your companion or your guide with your art process. Okay, so for Dury, where am I growing right now? All right, well this is funny. This is like tending the garden. So this is literally it's like it actually says, what seeds can you nurture in your heart? What garden are you trying to grow? Right? So I think this is funny because it's like actually about growing something. Like it's, maybe not necessarily like a physical plant, or maybe, but it's about that process of caretaking for something that you want to bring into the world. giving it time, giving it nourishment, have like maintaining a sense of hope and like vision. So if you imagine it with like a garden, like if you were growing a garden and you just started with seeds, there's going to be a lot of time where you're like, is this seed going to come up? Is this going to, what is this garden going to look like? Is it going to thrive? Am I going to have to start over? So there's that time that really you have to connect to that faith and that trust in your heart. So I think this is actually what is growing for you, is this ability to trust the process and continue to stay present with the things that you do want to grow in your life, and nourish them day by day with like, just as you would nourish a garden, giving it sun, giving it water. It's kind of this daily tending, this daily love and like minding. So if there is something that you're really wanting to grow in your life, then asking yourself each day, what is this wanting for me right now? What is it needing to thrive, and see what comes through around that. Like, how can you be a better gardener? So you're growing into your gardening skills, and that doesn't necessarily mean like plants, but just even metaphorically, like the what we're trying to create and bring into the world. So hopefully that helps, Jerry. Yay, Katie, I'm so glad that was helpful to you. Yay. So for people who are joining, I'm doing Spirit Cat card readings today for people. And as you can see, I'm dressed like a Spirit Cat because it is day before Halloween. I have to like have fun with some fuzzies, some lilac fuzzies and ears. I'm trying to be magic maker. This is my spirit kitty that I'm trying to embody with my little style here, because she is a sorceress and a witch cat. So, all right, continuing with the readings. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you so much. She said she really enjoys my work. Thank you so. All right, so I have 3 readings that I'm doing. If anyone else coming in would like a reading, feel free to just ask for something in the comments. Card of the day or an area of your life. No future predictions. So it's free will, but I can tell you what ingredient you can throw into that brew to help make some magic happen in a specific area of your life. Yeah, I'm doing readings today. So I did a 3-card reading for everyone in the beginning, and now I'm doing 1-card readings for people. So if you want one, feel free to ask. Tanya, I'd love to do one. All right. For Marala, card for your love life. Okay, so this is vulnerability, and so I kind of feel like there can be like sort of 2 parts of this in your love life. I think one is like looking to areas where you may have been hurt or heartbroken in the past, and just giving that part of yourself like extra love and extra compassion. So if there's any ways in which like sort of behaviors or ways of interacting or ways of perceiving current situations are affected by some old pain, it's like give that area of yourself lots of love and compassion, and don't shame yourself for those things. Don't make yourself wrong. It's okay that comes up. It's maybe not how this place in which we want to act from and react from, but we still need to have a lot of compassion for ourselves, because that's what helps bring healing to that area. And then the other side of this is a willingness to be vulnerable, I think, as well, with people, and really share what you're feeling, share things that like you might feel a little bit scary to share. Like it might, you might feel a little exposed, but that's like, there's like a beauty to that when we share deeply of ourselves with people, and it really opens up the doorway for deep connection. So a willingness to be vulnerable, and then also compassion for places where you might have had some some heartbreak or some challenges in that area, just extra like, here it says, shadow. This is shadow, this kitty. It says shadow is the part of us that has ever been afraid, defensive, lonely, hurt, or angry. He's our deepest vulnerabilities. He's the place inside that needs love more than anything, and you are the one to give that love. Look at those eyes, you know you want to. So he just needs a hug. So in a way, giving yourself that extra love, like extra hugs. So hopefully that helps you. Hello everyone who's joining. So I'm doing one card, Spirit Cat card readings for people today from my deck, the Spirit Cat Oracle. There's also a moon and sun kind of moon phases and astrology calendar of the Spirit Cats that's in my shop right now too. Oh, good, Morella. I'm glad that was helpful. You said it's exactly what you're dealing with right now. Yay. Yeah, I always try to set an intention before I do these readings to really bring through something that can be healing and helpful to you. So I'm glad to hear that it was. Yes. Okay, Robin would like a general card. And then I have Brain, a card of the day for Brain. Okay. So Robin, general card for you, Robin. Ooh, Night Magic. This is a fun card, especially with, Halloween in the air. So this is like that kind of like, I mean, kitties, they love to make mischief and play at night. And so this is like an invitation to enjoy some magic that can come in the nighttime, and to trust that there's like a hidden well of energy for you right now in the nighttime energy. So that could be anything. It could be something more extroverted, like going out and like going dancing, or like spending time with someone, or even going outside at night and just taking a moment and looking at the starry sky, looking at the little crescent moon that's out right now, and just feeling that the magic in the air from the nighttime. It can also be paying attention to your dreams, and really like before you go to sleep at night, to really set an intention to be open to receiving messages and guidance and healing in your dreams. So this is fun. It says, stay up to watch the stars, a meteor shower or a lunar eclipse, see the sunrise while the world sleeps, watch your perspective expand and shift. You have more energy than you believe. So yeah, it just changes your perspective, when you connect to some of that night energy. So have fun with that. That's a really fun Halloween card, Night Magic. Okay, a card of the day for Brain. Let's see. Ooh. Let's see. I'll pick a card of the day for you. Ooh, this is the same card that was the invitation for the group reading in the beginning. So it's Threshold. She is, oh good, I'm glad that was helpful, Robin. Yes. So Threshold. So card of the day, yes. I think this is coming up a lot right now too, because the veil is so thin. There's that sort of borderland between worlds. So you might consider even opening up to connecting to ancestors, ancestors in your own lineage. And also sometimes I love to make a little offering to the ancestors of the land, the people who lived here before and worked with the nature and the nature spirits of the land that I live on, and just like give thanks and honor them, and honor your own ancestors, your blood ancestors as well, especially the well ancestors. So that's a way we can kind of play with that borderland between worlds. And I think also as a card of the day, like the threshold is like you're on the verge of a whole new world. Like there's something really big that's about to open up from you. And right now you're just getting little like hints and peeks at it, like kind of flashes or like moments. And just be aware of those invitations, those little moments that are kind of calling to you and beckoning you over into this like whole new way of being, this whole new world for yourself. So pay attention to those, lean into them. You don't need to rush it. You don't need to just like jump through. It's okay to kind of be in that place a little bit more in between, and kind of contract or retreat into your comfort zone sometimes, and then kind of peek out and get curious. What's out there? What's more? What more can I reach for or expand into? So that's your threshold card. All right. So I think those are all of the ones that I had so far. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. So if you just joined, I'm doing Spirit Cat card readings with my deck. So you can see some of the kitties from my deck. I'm the illustrator and also the writer, so these are my friends, my spirit cat buddies. Oh, Tanya, you would like a reading too? Okay. Do you want just a card of the day? I'm assuming you do, but if you asked about a specific thing, just let me know. Let me see. I'd love a reading. Okay, yes, I'll just do a card of the day for you. Oh, good, Brain Mama. I'm glad that helped. On theme with your life right now. That's great. I know, I feel like I'm really in a threshold place right now too. I think it's like there's a little bit of that moving through the collective, where we're like just trying to like grow and move, and we're not quite through to the other side, to the like next level, but yes, whatever comes forward is meant to be. Okay, I'm going to pick one for you, Tanya. Draw a card for you. This one came up a little bit earlier too. So this is the mystery card. Meet Esmeralda. She is the sweet unknown and the allure of endless mystery. There are things that are impossible for our human minds to fully comprehend. The future is often obscured from our view. Yet we must still make decisions without knowing the ultimate outcome. The mystery can feel dazzling and full of possibilities, or it can feel ominous and freeze us in our tracks. Esmeralda beckons us to make peace with the mystery. Let the great unknown sit beside you as you wash the dishes, fall in love, write your story, and live your strange and winding life. So I think this coming up, it's really all about just welcoming the mystery, trusting the mystery. We're such curious creatures, and we love to like learn and know, and that's a great thing, and sometimes that really moves us forward, but sometimes it's all about embracing what we don't know, embracing what is beyond our understanding, and letting that be there, giving space for the mystery, and making friends with it rather than feeling afraid of it or frustrated by it. It adds, it's like, if we knew everything that was to come, we would miss out on the unfolding, right? If we understood exactly why everything is the way it is, it's like we would miss out on that experience of like gradual change and evolution. And there's a lot of like blessings in that, and it's part of the fun of being human, is having this like element of mystery that's always with us. So let Esmeralda come and hang out with you. Hang out with the mystery. Yes. Oh, good. I'm glad you like that. Yes. So welcome, new people who have joined. I am doing, hello, Stephanie and J Kill, I'm not sure. Yes, I can do a reading for you, JME. Yes. I'll do one for you now. I'll pick your card for you. Oh, Stephanie, love you too. Stephanie is one of my old friends. We met when we were probably 13. That's amazing. Okay, so I'll do one for you, JM. Okay. Tending the garden. This is funny. There's a lot of like, we must all be in a similar, we're like in a similar vibe or something, because I think some of the same cards keep coming up, and I think a lot of times the cards that come up, even if one person is getting them, if we're hearing them, there's elements of them that are really for all of us. And it's kind of the magic of being interconnected in this web. So yeah, you might find that even in someone else's reading, there's a little bit something there for you too. Tanya says, such a sweet soul. Thank you for doing readings for everybody. Yay, see you later. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yes. Carla, I can do a reading for you. Let me just finish this one that I'm doing for JME. Okay, so this is tending the garden if you weren't here earlier. So this is about learning how to really nourish the things that we want to grow and give them our attention, our love, our care, and also really like a sense of vision that we're holding. So you're holding that vision of the garden being in full bloom and like having amazing fruits or vegetables and flowers, all of that. And, even when you're starting out with just some, like not very fertile dirt and like a few seeds, and you're having to till that and work with it, but you're holding this vision of what you want to bring in and what you would like to create. And so I suggest when I pick this card, because it's like this daily minding, this daily giving attention to. So if there is a dream, like a dream seed that you would like to plant, I would check in every day and ask, what is this dream seed needing to become a garden? Like asking, what would you like from me right now? What would you want from me right now? And maybe sometimes that's, time to just envision. Maybe sometimes that's actually like, it will give you a really clear step to take. So like tuning in, how can you tend that garden and bring it into fruition? Oh, Alicia, you just found my Insta. Oh, yay, I'm glad you ordered a Spirit Cats calendar. Yay. I just sent them off to the printer yesterday. Tomorrow. Falling out of time. And it's super exciting because I really had such an amazing time channeling the messages for every month. So every month of the year, and the Spirit Cats calendar has a healing message and a spirit cat to go with them. And 6 of those cats are from the actual Spirit Cat deck, from my deck, but the other 6 are new Spirit Cats that just wanted to join us for this year. So it'll be exciting as you turn the page to see what energies want to be worked with for that month. And it also has all like the moon phases, and it has the sun moving through the different zodiacs and like lunar eclipses and solstices and equinoxes. You can kind of sync up with those cosmic rhythms, and yeah, it's pretty fun. And even for the days of the week, I put the planetary energy that goes along with each day of the week. So you have like Jupiter on Thursday, and it's just like a different like poetic system of working with time in this whole new way. That's really, really fun. It kind of brings a sense of enchantment and magic into our experience of linear time, which is sort of pulls it apart, brings some of that nonlinear magic into the linear experience of time. So yeah, check it out. I also have Spirit Ling's calendar too, which is like magical creatures. All right, so I saw Alicia wants a reading. Carla wants a reading. I haven't done one for Carla. And Rivers Crystal. Rivers Crystal would like some guidance. Okay. So if anyone else who is joining, if you would like a reading, I have 3 readings right now that I'm going to do. But if you would like a reading, just please write it into the comments. So I can do like a card of the day. I can do, what energy will help you to grow something during this moon cycle, since we're in the waxing crescent, or around a specific area of your life, like money or career, love life, health, any of those things, or even if there's like a specific area or something like some situation that you need help with, we can even see what energy will help bring some either resolution or healing or movement to a situation. So feel free to ask for something in the comments, and I will do a reading for Carla. Okay, card of the day for you. Yay! I haven't seen this card in a while and I missed it. This is Play. Meet Pippa of the Dream Circus. Some kitties come straight out of the imagination to remind us to play. Here's to a moment of dancing, twinkling toes, and laughter. Where most only see empty air, Pippa sees colorful tweeting birds doing tantalizing minuets and errant butterflies playing peekaboo, urging her to the chase. To play is to do something for the pure joy of the doing. It is a frolicking mix of experimentation, curiosity, and absurdity. Where can you let more of Pippa's playful spirit and lighthearted air into your work and life? So this is pretty fun. It sounds like this is a fun time of year to play too, right? There's Halloween, there's people, you can dress up, there's like events happening, things like that. But even bringing a playful spirit, like I often try to remind myself to do this into my work. You know, how can I bring that energy where it's just for the joy of what I'm doing and there's like a little silliness. I don't take everything so seriously, all of that. Like, how can you bring that playful energy into sometimes even things that you wouldn't associate with play? Like going grocery shopping, how can you make it a little more playful? There's always a way to invite a little bit more of this energy in and connect to our inner child and bring some of that magic. So hopefully that helps. Okay, so I'm going to do a reading now for Alicia. And let's see, a card for you, Alicia. Or Alicia. I'm not sure how to pronounce. Which one's the pronunciation? Guardian. Yay, Tanya, you just bought a deck. I know, I love my spirit cats. They're like my little friends, and I pick a card every day to hang out with me for the day. Okay, so Alicia, so for Guardian, meet Lavendriel. She stands sentinel, a gentle yet protective force. She can help you guard your mind against negativity, defeatism, and delusion. She is a shield that only allows the words and actions of people with compassionate intentions to reach the depths of your being. She is your true self. She keeps your true self safe as you journey into the depths, seeking understanding and healing. She is a master space holder. Lavendriel will hold your hand in her paw as you cry, as you dance wildly, as you merge with the all, as you dissolve and evolve. So yeah, this Guardian is like, there's a few elements to this. I think whenever I pull the Guardian card, I try to kind of almost envision like a protective orb of energy around my body that only allows things in that are in alignment with my highest good. So I've done that in different ways. Like sometimes I'll picture kind of a glowing like gold or orange like light that feels super cozy and like safe. And it's not like I don't really like imagine like all these like crazy things like trying to get in, like dark things, and I'm like, no, like it's not really a warrior energy. It's more an energy of like I'm holding this space for myself, and it's just so like contained and soft and gentle that just naturally things that don't match that are kind of like don't really enter into my realm. So sometimes this can be more just connecting to that, creating that little cocoon for yourself. And this is especially needed if we're like in a vulnerable time, like if we're going through a lot of inner change, or if it's like there's certain challenges in our life that are pretty strong in the moment, then we need to invoke the energy of a guardian even more and be a guardian to ourselves and really keep ourselves a little bit, like sometimes we can be much more open and out in the world, and then other times we need a really tight container to be held for ourselves so that we can do the deep work that is being asked of us. So yeah, here's your guardian. Hopefully that is helpful to you. Okay, you're welcome, Carla. All right, so I have reading for Rivers Crystal. And if anyone else would like a reading, you can just ask in the comments. I'd be happy to do a reading. I do have about 20 more minutes, so there's time. All right, so for Rivers Crystal, let's see, card for you for some guidance. What guidance wants to come through right now for Rivers Crystal? This is Majesty. So this is all about really, it's a card all about self-love. Oh, good, Alicia. I'm glad that helped. Yes, it fits. You've been working on that. Yes. They're like, keep going. Good work. Okay, so for Rivers Crystal, yes. So Majesty is all about, it's about really really leaning into some self-love and seeing your inner majesty. Your inner glow, like your inner spark, that there's like this really honoring yourself as like a sovereign, as an independent creator of your own experience and your own life, and honoring your own beauty, honoring everything that you have to teach and everything that you have to share with your fellow humans. So you want to cultivate extra kindness toward yourself and respect to yourself. Really honor yourself. It's like, imagine that inside of you there is this inner kind of majestic king, queen energy, and you're like bowing to that. You're really honoring it, you're respecting it, you're paying homage to it. And this will allow, like when you do that, we're really giving ourselves permission to flourish. It's sort of the complete opposite of self-negation and kind of putting ourselves down. We're like honoring our, most magical self, our highest self. And when we do that, we give more space to that energy within us. So that energy, we like call it more and more into the world, and we can share it more and more freely. So meet Majesty. She lives inside each one of us. She is the queen of the vulnerable heart, the yearning soul, and the seeking mind. She helps us see our own majesty, helps us honor our gifts, hone our skills, and be true to our word. Let us not diminish ourselves with endless self-criticism or self-negation. We must wear our crown of light and love with confidence, grace, and a generosity of spirit. So hopefully that helps. Oh, Tanya, you've been sick for 2 solid weeks and missed your birthday. Yes, you definitely need a nice little present. And I got sick 2 times this month. So I feel you. I got sick. I had a cold 1 week, and then I finally got better. And then literally less than a week after I got better, I got sick a second time with a second cold. So I know that's not fun. I'm like, what is this? I was just sick last week. I thought I was done. So yeah, heal up and just have fun with your deck, because that is something that you can have fun with even when you're sick. So yay. Oh, yay, River. I'm glad. The same thing happened to you. I know. It was I've been listening to some, energy forecasts, some podcasts on that, and people have said that, I don't know a ton about astrology, but people were saying that the astrology, a lot of times right now, there can be things that will be manifesting physically as we move through them. So, maybe that's part of it. It could be that I flew on a bunch of planes too this month and breathed a bunch of other people's air. Or maybe it's both. It's the magical energy needing to process, and then also some germs from the plane. It's probably both. All right, so for anyone who doesn't know, I'm doing Spirit Cat readings with my Oracle deck, Spirit Cats, which is available in my shop. Yay, River Crystal. I appreciate you too. Thank you for coming. It was fun reading for you. So I'm doing little readings for you. If anyone wants a reading on anything in their life, any area, I can do a card reading for you. And I have my little magical bell. I just like want to show you how beautiful this is. So there's like a silver one. This is the silver one, and there's also like a copper and a gold, and like see how it's like she makes these like little flowers. So yeah, it just kind of like makes any moment really magical. And you can just kind of shake the little bell, and you have a pretty tassel. So I love using it as in my morning rituals. Like a lot of times I'll do an offering to my most magical self or like highest self, and I'll just do a little bowl of water and then really just like honor and recognize that magical presence that's within me. And then I'll ring the bell, and when I ring the bell, I'll say that with the bell, I'm calling down that energy of my most magical self to be fully embodied, fully present here on earth, fully incarnated. So yeah, and there's something about, I think, with ritual, like invoking the senses, sense of sound and touch and smell. I love to use essential oils or, some natural incenses that I get from Juniper Ridge that are like made with like cedar and like fir, like pine, like juniper and stuff. So yeah, I have these in my shop. There's a few. There's 3 different colors, but they're really fun. And it has this like such a cute little bell with the opening. But yeah, so I don't know if anyone else wants a reading. If anyone out there does, I'm more than happy to do it. If not, we can close this up. But yeah, I'm here if anyone wants something. And if you already got a reading but you want another one on a different area in your life, feel free to ask, since there isn't more people asking this time. Usually it's like crazy down to the minute, and I'm watching like the little like counter. I'm going down where the live is about to end, and I'm like trying to read like Spirit Cat really fast at the end because I want to fit in the last little reading. So this is just more of a calm day, which is cool. It's perfect because it's been super busy for me the last like 2 weeks getting the calendars out the door. And as well, if anyone, yes. Okay. I can do that for sure. So for Heather's Curio Cabinet, okay. And Dury would like card about work, and Rivers would like Twin Flame. Okay. So I'll start with Heather's. Okay. What energy will be the most healing for you right now? Since you said you've been struggling with some depression, first I just want to send you some love. I know it can, those times can be really hard when some of our mental health issues are coming to the surface. Okay, so what energy is most healing for you right now? Most healing, most nourishing. This one kind of matches my hair. Okay, so this is Balance. It says, meet Varo Tiptoe Sky. She can balance perfectly with inner precision and assurance. She leans one way and then the other, constantly adjusting and learning where her center lies. She understands the dichotomies of work and play, togetherness and solitude, inner reflection and outward expression, striving and letting go, accepting and changing, freedom and discipline, reason and intuition, spiritual expansion and grounding. They go on and on. Let Varo help you see what areas are out of balance and what shifts you can make to return to a graceful equilibrium. So if any of those areas kind of sparked or stood out when I said them, it might not be all of those, but there might be an area like balance is not like, okay, I'm like perfectly poised, I'm in the middle, I'm like, I have the perfect amount of this, the perfect amount of that, like that's not realistic. Like that's not how we like realistically, we're like living, breathing, moving, changing, like stuff's happening, so we're like things are constantly shifting. So what balance is it's like you're shifting and you're like, okay, I've been leaning so much this way to this side, like this is really taking so much of my energy, or this way of looking at things is constant. I'm like really like leaning heavily there. And it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with that, but there might be like something on the other end of the spectrum where you need to like add some of that in to help like bring yourself back, right? To find that like center point. So I would look in areas where it feels like something has been really like taking over, or is like very like kind of feels like heavier in the weight, like if you were like weighting different elements in your life, like something that's feeling heavier, and then asking yourself, well, what's the counterbalance to that? So if you've been spending like tons of time like working really hard, being very like in that zone, like how can you bring more play? Like how can you bring more lightheartedness? If you've been spending a lot of time alone, how can you open up to maybe like stepping out of that zone and like spending time with a friend? Or if in the other way, if you've just been like around people like nonstop, maybe it's time to like shut the door and just like have like a night to yourself and like be in your inner space, and maybe like spend some time with your journal or some like really soft like healing music or whatever it would be. So just finding where you can bring some of that balance into play. Okay, so Dury, a card about your work. So this card came up before too. So this is Guardian. And so I would say that if you're getting this around your work, especially like I would say that you're needing to kind of put up some protection around your energy, and look for like areas where your energy is kind of like getting drained or leaking out, and see if you can like plug up some of those holes, and really like call your energy back into your center, like from other areas where it's sort of like been getting pulled away from you. And when you interact with people too, it's like it's really great to like give of yourself, but you also have to have a sense of boundary. And so the guardian energy helps us do that, because you're caretaking for yourself and like your inner child and your inner being. And the way that we do that is by also it's by being open, but it's also about having like a healthy boundary of amount of time spent, maybe like the areas of what is private and what you're willing to share, like those kind of things. Like, and it's unique to every person. So it's all about tuning into what feels good for you, but allowing yourself to have, that protection and have some boundaries, so that your energy, like my feeling is, it's like you don't want your energy to get kind of siphoned out. So yay, I'm glad, Heather, that was helpful. And hopefully this is helpful to you. It said it was on point, Jerry. Yay, good. I'm glad that was helpful. All right, Reverse Crystal. Okay, a card about her twin flame. Oh, this is amazing. I love this as a card, like the card to get around twin flame. This is the Bliss card. So this is like I think for like calling in like a twin flame, this is such a sweet energy, because this is like all about what feels like really good to you, like what makes you feel like just like amazing in your body, like what makes you feel really connected, like what's that moment where you can kind of have like almost like an ecstatic experience, whether it's through, sometimes it can be through like dance or meditation, or going for a run. I hate running, but other people love it and they might have that experience when they're running. But yeah, so anything that kind of brings you like just, okay, this feels good, right? What feels good to yourself, let more and more of that in, and really value bliss. Like a lot of times as a culture, we sort of think that everything that we learn has to be from really hard experiences, and we do learn a lot from challenges. We do learn a lot from things that are hard, but there's a really amazing, really important lesson that comes from these moments of bliss. And it's so important not to overlook that or undervalue it. And also to think that, oh, it's just something that happens to you. Like bliss is something that you cultivate. It's something that you can even become good at, like learning how to set the stage for yourself to potentially have this experience, have this moment where you merge with the all and feel super connected and just feel really good in your body, all of those things. So it says, what makes your body, mind, and soul ring with joy? How can you connect to the golden thread of meaning and let it weave its way through your life? This is an invitation to embrace all that is marvelous in your life. Let bliss overcome you as you bask in the limitless love of a million sunrises. So just feel that, like that inner sunrise, that radiating golden light of infinite love. And yeah, I think that's just like such a beautiful energy to bring towards drawing in twin flame into your life. So hopefully that was helpful. And I think that is about all of the readings. So I just want to take a moment and just thank everyone so much for coming. If you would like to get one of my oracle deck, if you don't have it already, it's on my site, which is a link to in my profile to my shop. You can look at some of the cute little cats. That's Cuddles. Expression. I love to pick a card every single morning. It's like one of my favorite things to do. Usually I'll ask like what the invitation is for the day, like what energy wants to work with me. So what's here, and also like what can I actively cultivate and engage in so I can use it as inspiration. And then I'll leave out the card either on my desk or on my altar as a reminder throughout the day, and I'll look for like how it plays out, like how it wove through my experience. This one's gratitude. There's some like really, that's Magic Maker. That's who I'm dressed up as. It's a very loose interpretation, but I am purpley and ears. So yeah. And there is if you don't know about it already, there's the Spirit Cats 2020 calendar. And I also have the Spirit Lings calendar. Yay, Stephanie. Yay, you love your spirit card daily practice. That's so good. I love to think about you picking your spirit cat every morning. That's amazing. Yeah, these are my little friends. Soulmates. And I feel like the spirit cats are like they're like a really friendly deck. But at the same time, there are some like deep cards. Like there's that, maybe go into some shadow areas like vulnerability. There's like illumination, which is all about doing some shadow work. There's some deep cards too, but I think that they're all really have this like, they're all like in this sweet, compassionate, loving energy. Like they're all held in that embrace. So even the ones that might challenge us a little bit sometimes, it's like, it's still something that is very held and very safe and, not scary in any way. Nature, purification. This one's actually based on like Kali energy, but little Calico kitty, Calico, maven of purification. So yeah, there's some of them. So we only have a minute left. So I hope that everyone's message is easy to remember and it really lands into your heart and you're able to carry that with you and find ways to embody it and bring that into your life experience. And I hope you all have an amazing Halloween tomorrow, and feel free to be wild, to shapeshift a bit, have fun. It's a fun time of year for play. and sheep shifting and honoring ancestors too. So all of those things. I hope you all have a beautiful night. Sending you so much love. Good night.